Hey, how's everybody doing?
This is called the pre-show right here, ladies and gentlemen. And we can see you. Can you see us? Wave, everybody. Wave at home if you can see us. Hey there. Oh, hey. Look at the porch wavers. I love the porch wavers. I love outdoor. And somebody's actually from the beach.
Who's at the beach?
I got to get closer.
You got to go see who that is.
Oh, Marissa, look at that. The palm trees are swaying. You know how to party, Marissa. I love it. This is so cool. You also can tell how old I am that I have to get really close to the TV to see who we've got. This is just we're just chilling out here in the pre-show, kind of getting everybody warmed up, saying how do you do. We'll start the program about, what, 12 minutes or so?
Yeah, I think that'll be
Not
good.
long. I'm impressed with, we've got someone just got trees in there.
Yeah, I see Elaine, is that Elaine McCain? You've got a great hat on. Thank you for putting that on.
Oh yeah, you got panache, Elaine. I like the scarf around the top of it. Yeah. Very nice.
It looks like Jenny's trying to steal Chris's look with the.
Hey, yeah, Jennifer, we got very similar hats. You wear it much better than I do.
Oh, we've got our porch visitors too there. That's Paula Haddock, isn't it?
Hey! Hello! Who's back there with you, Paula? Is anybody else I know? I can't hear you, but I think I recognize some of the faces. Tammy! Oh God, Tammy's one of my favorites. This is cool. Courtney, meantime, I think she's already outbidding everyone on her cell phone. Is that what Courtney's doing? She's got her nose to. Yeah, I see
she
you,
looked
Courtney.
up.
I see you, Courtney. You know I'm talking about you, girl. Are you already bidding on your phone, Courtney? I see you. She does not look amused.
And then we've got stand-in there, some trees. I can't tell who that is going to be. I saw a face pop up for a quick second.
Very nice. I love people getting their hang of the backgrounds.
Yeah.
Tasha went full-on cowboy hat. Very nice. Yeehaw. Hoo-hee. And Jenny's got her cat with her. I think it's a cat.
Oh, and I was just there last night, and I cannot remember his name, but...
It's got to be a Boots, since she's got the white paws down there. This is cool.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Hey, Jenny.
Hey, Judy. Good to see you. Oh, and Perry's with Judy. I see Perry's shoulder. Oh, there you go. Hey, Perry. How you doing today? Oh, and there's Jim. Oh, now we're showing off pets. Okay, now we got dogs, we got cats.
Wait, where's the dog?
Red is up at Paula's house.
Paula's got about 19 dachshunds in that house. She has a whole herd of them there.
There's Victoria. Good to see you.
Victoria with the cowboy hat too. I love it.
Hey, Tim, can you put this on as a hat?
No.
Is that what?
Yeah, Tim's the only person here who's not wearing a hat. How did that work?
Hey, Max. Excuse me for a second.
Boy, it looks like the sun is out. People's houses looking good. We're starting in 10 minutes, y'all.
You got the phone.
10 minutes till we start. Marissa, can you change that background? Can you make it like it can be Rome, it can be London, it can be the mountains? That's what I would pick anyway. Number one pick. Number one pick. Oh no, your lamp's showing. Now you've disappeared into the surf. When you lean back, you disappear into the ocean. It's really cool, like you're diving in. Do it again. Lean back behind your couch for a second. Go on, Marissa. Hey! And a lamp appears. It's TV magic.
That's awesome.
Oh, there's the trees in the background.
Oh, it was Stephanie that was stand-in. Okay.
Stephanie.
What is she wearing?
It looks like is that a fez?
It looks like a fez.
It's a fez.
Nice.
Very nice touch.
Yep. And Barbara, just to answer your question, I sent my son to go get my hat. So
Oh, you do have a hat?
I figured I should bring a hat.
Stacy's bringing the cool. Got the logo going on, girl. That's awesome.
Awesome.
That is so cool.
And then we've got, we're also running this for folks as well on Facebook.
Facebook Live. Yeah, I'm gonna check.
Through Sense of Security. So we got some other folks that are cheating and going through that way. But you can all still remember, use your phone, go to BidPal. And what was it? It was text SOS 2020 to 243 725. If you haven't already logged into BidPal, you can do that direct through the text. Oh, there I am in two things. I hate myself in general, but I'm all over now. So.
This is really cool. We're looking at our Facebook Live. We're looking at our Zoom call. We're ready to roll. Oh, I knew we got a dog here too. I knew we'd have a dog here.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you later on. I know we're broadcasting from a mystery location.
Yes. A secret bunker.
A secret bunker. Far below Denver. It's pretty cool down here. We'll tell you where we are too. I love it. I love it. I love it.
But yeah, thank you all for coming, and we're getting more and more folks here. You're going to start to get small on our gallery view, and hopefully we won't be able to see any of you.
Look at
soon.
Candy's hat. Candy, you got style, girl. You have got style going on. Yeah, looks good. Hey.
Nice.
By show of hands, how many folks have done any leaf peeping? Any of you all gone to see the leaves change yet? No, not yet. I'm hoping to do that tomorrow. They're beautiful in my neck of the woods.
It's supposed to be gorgeous, yeah.
Or in your case, Marissa, the palm trees.
Looks like Stacy raised her hand, so she's seen the leaves down here on the bottom there. Stacy, did you see some leaves? Leaf peeper? Yeah. Okay.
I got to get out before it's too late.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be gone next week. Yeah.
I know. They turn fast here.
Yeah. Hey.
I wish we could coordinate it and have everybody do the wave. We start with the lane and go down the line, but I don't think they know where they are in the shape of the boxes.
No, that changes for everybody, I think. Sylvia says, beautiful hat, Maria. I can't read the rest of it, though, because it's really tiny for us. But
yeah, I know. This is
y'all keep chatting with each other and communicate. Just don't talk about, this. We can avoid that because, it's 10 extra pounds on screen.
Oh, gosh, about 6 minutes left. Y'all, we call this the Masterpiece Theater chairs up here.
What's that?
We could chill out.
Good evening and welcome to Masterpiece Theater.
How are you doing?
Tonight,
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, from Sound of Music, 76 trombones led the big parade. 101 cornets led the way. Right there he is, the incomparable music man, ladies and gentlemen. We got trouble right here in River City. Is that your son's?
This is mine from 1980-something from my high school band.
Oh, we got a high school marcher
It's missing
in the crowd.
giant yellow plume that used to come out of it. So.
Oh yeah, if you see here, there's a place where anybody out there was in marching band, you put the plume in top, and that would be really a big hit there at the parade with the giant plume as you march the halftime show.
Yeah.
What was your high school? You were the marching what?
We were the Goldbacks.
The marching Goldbacks of New York.
The fighting Goldbacks. And the year after this special helmet, it changed to one of those horrible campaign hats with the flipped up side. And
I love those.
Whew, that was a bad uniform.
You were had no idea we had a marching band guy in our midst. You do have to keep the hat on all night. It is the theme of the evening.
It is the theme
As I recall from marching band, that starts to sweat about 5 minutes in.
Exactly. It is a sweat bucket. We'll put it on backwards.
There is no ventilation in the marching band hats. None at all.
So.
The crowds are growing in number.
Hey Max, can you bring me my bottle of water, which is by my computer?
Can you bring us baton, Max?
We're gonna put you. See, now you're gonna have to come over this way.
Here he is, Max, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
Max, ladies and gentlemen.
come on. Force a 13-year-old to go online and see. Hey, okay, now go.
Max is used to this because he was telling me. I mean, we're all getting used to it, right? But he does in person a couple days and then does online 3 days.
Yep.
So what we're experiencing now is basically what public education is like now too.
Exactly. Yep.
So we will be giving a quiz at the end of the evening.
You'll have to submit through one of 5 different apps that the school district is using, and it'll be due by midnight on Sunday, like
It's
all
pass
the
or fail,
assignments
though.
for there.
Pass or fail.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that.
Congratulations for your debut.
Thank you. Yes, y'all, it's so cool to me because as I see you in Zoom and you're all gathering together, I was supposed to get married on April the 11th.
Right.
And we'd planned it for a year. It was going to be a beautiful North Carolina wedding. And the pandemic had different plans, but we thought, you know what, we're not going to cave. Love wins, love carries the day.
Yeah.
And we got married on Zoom.
Oh,
Just like we're doing tonight. Just like we're doing tonight. And I realized in that moment, Tim, that you can Zoom can be just as cool in its own way.
Yeah.
There's nothing like all of us getting together, which we'll do again next year.
Yeah.
But there is
Exactly.
something cool about Zoom. We had our family from Italy, family from Colombia, family in Paris,
Nice.
and then my family in Indiana and family in North Carolina. We were all in the same place,
That's
North Carolina.
fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
It was really cool.
Yeah, that's a good way to pull everybody together. So.
Yeah. And for the record, it's a whole lot cheaper than a regular wedding. Just if you're curious, if anybody out there
Just
wants
to
to know. I mean, but hopefully when all this passes,
Yeah.
we're going to have, like we'll do next year, we'll have it back in person again.
party,
So
yeah.
we're going to have our reception old school.
Nice.
So hopefully that'll come maybe by next spring or next
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah.
We'll keep our
Fingers
fingers
crossed.
crossed
You're
for you.
getting congratulations on the chat.
Yay! The funny thing was, y'all, we were set to go with our Zoom wedding,
Yeah.
and right as we were about to do it, our power went out in our house. All the power went out. Computer went dead, everything.
Oh, no.
And so we gathered together the laptop, and the TV station, Channel 2, where I work, is close to where I live. So we drove to Channel 2, and I was married
At work.
in the newsroom of Channel 2. I got married.
That's fantastic.
Oh God,
Oh,
it
my
was. I can't get away from that place.
Did they charge you an
They
hourly for
did
the floor?
not charge.
You're literally married to your job.
I am married to my job. This is true.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Julie, did you want me to
We're about to start, aren't we?
stop the...
Oh, we're getting the one finger. Are we
Is that what he's
Are we
giving?
on? Oh.
No.
Oh, 1 minute. Okay.
He was giving us what he calls the one finger, which but the question is which finger, Tim?
Exactly. Well, and it was
I
a
don't
little
believe
hard.
that's the finger you should be using, sir.
Jared's over there trying to talk to us like this, but I can't hear or see him at all.
I know. Hi, dear little girl, boy, girl.
She's a girl. Her name's Riley. She
Riley,
co-works here with me.
come here, Riley. You come here. Nope, didn't work.
No.
Oh, I think we're down. I think this is the final countdown.
There you go. We're saying we got 30 seconds.
I actually do think this looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm so pleased everybody gets to get together tonight, raise
Yeah.
some good money tonight.
Yeah.
We got an auctioneer here who promises, I think he said tonight I'm going to try the lounge act. I'm really
Yes.
looking for little song, little dance, and a whole lot of money we're going to raise tonight.
Yep.
To be loved by anyone. La, 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 la. Oh, here we go, folks. It's time to start the show. Woo, let's do this, y'all. Let's do this.
All right. We'll see you on the other side.
Hey, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for having so much fun during the big pre-show. It was great to be able to see everybody. I can still see a few people, but we have so many folks tuning in tonight that not all of the little boxes are showing up to me. So if I can't see you or I can't recognize you, trust me, the folks behind the scenes definitely can. So thank you for joining us tonight, Sense of Security. As you probably recognize, I am Thurston Howell III from Gilligan's Island. Appreciate that. Yeah, lovey. Someone else said, I said I look like Ricardo Montalban from Fantasy Island. I wanted to go with a little bit of a tropical theme because I do love summer, and I'm glad to see so many hats out there tonight. Some of the big ones, the cowboy ones, the small ones. We don't judge it by the size of your hat, only by the size of your heart. My name really is Chris Parente, not Thurston Howell. I'm the morning anchor over at Channel 2 News. I'm on the air every morning from 4:30 to 9 a.m., and I hope you all will wake up with me every day. Paula Haddock, by the way, I'm sure you all know her, Sense of Security. She's tuned in as well tonight. Paula Haddock is one of the my colleagues at Channel 2. I love seeing her. So start your day with Channel 2. Keep it tuned there for Paula Haddock. And of course, most of all, let's have some fun. By show of crazy hands in the screen, who's ready to have some fun and raise some money? Hey, come on, let me see your hands. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Shake those hands. We're going to do that tonight for sure. And I want to remind you, speaking of raising money, which is going to be the auction, I hope that you do have the auction link. Want to make sure it was sent to you via both text message and via email. So if you do not have your auction link, you will be unable to bid on the items. We want to make sure you get all that squared away before the auction starts. So be sure you have the auction link. If you don't have it, you want to make sure you get the link. You'll log on to that link, and you're going to need to keep that link open later on tonight so you can set your bid, outbid all of your friends, and watch all of the angry faces there as you take home the awesome prizes. And then maybe you can invite them to go with you for sure. So as you know, and in fact, if you woke up with us Friday morning on Channel 2, you might have seen it. We had Census Security as a guest on our show, a live guest. What we were celebrating is 20 years of helping women just be able to focus on beating breast cancer, not have to worry about how am I going to pay my utility bills, how am I going to pay my rent, how am I going to pay this bill that's stacked up on my kitchen table. Census Security, and I've seen it so many times over the years, does an amazing job of easing the burden. Y'all already know this, and I preach it everywhere I go, on television, everywhere else. You do an amazing job, and in no small part, allow women more easily to beat cancer because their mind isn't in 3 or 4 or 5 places at once. And you reduce the stress. You reduce so much other than just allowing women to focus on being another survivor. That's why I'm a part of this, and that's why I was proud to have you all on our show Friday. Now, as we talk about 20 years, I want to celebrate the initial idea that Angela and Vicki had 20 years back that is still important, even if we can't do it in person, even if we got to be virtual tonight, we're okay. 20 years, the anniversary is a 20-year anniversary. As I told y'all earlier, I got married via Zoom. So we can have a party on Zoom if we so desire, and we're going to do it tonight. We're going to hear tonight from some of the past folks who actually have benefited in years past. We're actually going to talk about their success. We'll talk about our current needs, and we'll talk about needs moving forward as well. Our executive director, known now and forevermore as the Music Man, he's here tonight. You're going to hear from him tonight as well. And we'll pay tribute, of course, most especially to Vicki, who passed away this summer from her third recurrence of breast cancer. She loved these events in person or even virtually. I'm sure she'd love it tonight as well. So we'll talk about Vicki as well. Victoria was there at the beginning and is still involved today. And thanks to modern technology, Victoria is able actually tonight to share her story with us right now. Take a look.
I was diagnosed with cancer in July 2000 and was laid off from my job right in the middle of my treatment. How do I do this as a single parent with this little boy? He's not going to understand what's happening.
In that time period, I remember a lot of kind of learning how to be as self-sufficient as like a 4-year-old can be.
And I wasn't a very good advocate for myself because it was like, okay, well, my mom took care of herself. She taught us how to take care of ourselves, so you need to take care of yourself until you can't. Between the time that I was diagnosed and started my treatment, my mother was re-diagnosed. My mom did not survive the cancer and the treatments. So then we just had to pick up and you keep moving. When I was at home, it was all day, every day cancer, you know, and I needed to think about something else. Then Sense of Security came and they really just let me take a breath. I learned about Sense of Security from an oncology social worker at the Rocky Mountain Cancer Center. She said, there's this new organization called Sense of Security, and I'm going to put you in contact with Vicki Tasher. Sense of Security was very impactful in assisting me with my circumstances. It was a stressor that I no longer had to carry. I was so grateful and so appreciative from these strangers. They've just kind of like become my family. They just have this altruistic nature and these big hearts. I've been 20 years cancer-free, and the way we celebrate life is kind of different, and we're just grateful.
This is the importance of finding people you love and hanging on to them and making sure they know how you feel about them.
I remember when he was 4, I just kept thinking, God, please just let me see him graduate from high school. When he graduated from college, you know, I'm like slinging snot because I wasn't even, this was like a bonus to me.
I have this bracelet and it's about supporting the cure for breast cancer. And I've had it for almost 10 years, which is weird. I don't know how it stayed on so long. They usually snap pretty quick. It's just a reminder of supporting the cure is a cause that I feel very deeply about.
People are being diagnosed with cancer every day. People are being laid off of their jobs every day. People can't make their rent or their mortgage every day. Those things have not changed. And for those of us who have been lucky enough to still have a paycheck, to still have a bank account, to still have money coming in, I need you to open your wallet. I need you to open your purse. I need you to be generous. I need you to live in gratitude. Your contribution can impact a family. If you would just join us and just get on the front lines with us, join us in arm and just hold on to each other and write those checks.
I love it, I love it, I love it. Now, everybody at home, go ahead and get your glass at the ready because in a couple of seconds, we're going to raise a toast to Victoria and Kennedy. So if you've got whatever you're drinking, in my case, it's Ensure. If it's a beverage, whatever it is, get it at the ready. We're going to do a toast in a couple seconds. And if I could take a couple seconds, I talked about this Friday on Channel 2's morning show. You know, my sister-in-law, her name is Nan. She's watching from Lowell, Indiana. She is a breast cancer survivor. And I got to know really intimately exactly what we just heard, what goes through a woman's mind and what goes through a family's mind as a woman is fighting breast cancer. So as I toast Victoria and Kennedy, I'm also going to be toasting my sister-in-law and every woman out there. It's really so important to me to be a part of tonight in her honor and every woman out there's honor. Now, I can't toast by myself. I need someone to bring the booze, of course. And I happen to have just the guy to do it. You've likely gotten emails, text messages. He's probably knocked on your door. This guy is very persistent, and he is our executive director. Tim, come out here right now. Ladies and gentlemen, man of the hour, music man.
Hey, everybody.
And the bringer of the booze.
Bringer of the booze. So,
there
we go.
You brought the glasses, too.
I got the
You're
glasses
a good man,
too.
Tim.
Look at this. We're going to have a little bit of a toast here. So whoever else has got some stuff at home. As I said, we want to toast to Vicky and to Victoria and Kennedy, to all the survivors, to all the folks that are out there fighting today. Congratulations! Keep up the good fight, and we'll go for another 20 years here. So cheers!
Hear, hear.
And to your sister. So I'm going to go off camera just a quick second, then I'll come back. You don't have to follow me too much there. There we go. A lot has changed in the past 20 years from Census Security. We started off with one grantee. We had number 2 grantee, Victoria, who you just met there. Since then, we've kept the basic mission unchanged. We still provide financial support to families going through breast cancer in a sustained manner. We try to give them for 6 months, $500 a month for all that time frame to really kind of help as things go through and as they go along. We currently have 40 women on our wait list for services this year, and the proceeds from tonight's dinner are going to make grants possible to them the end of this year and into the beginning of next. So everything that comes in through this event, through any of our annual events, that's what this pays for. Since our founding 20 years ago, though, we've helped over 1,800 grantees, which when you average out a size of the family, we've helped 5,700 people in the state of Colorado in 54 counties. There are only 64, I think, in the state as a whole. So we've touched all 4 corners of our state. Those funds, your gifts, are what makes that possible. We've given over $2.2 million of your money to grantees in the state of Colorado who need help with their basic living expenses. Housing, transportation, utilities, other sort of basic expenses, insurance and things like that. But we focus on non-medical costs. We don't want to have a family have to make the choice between making their copay and making their putting food on the table for their family. We try to play both ends of that screen. We try to help families as much as we can across the board. You, the people watching this on Facebook today, the people watching this on Zoom, all of our donors over the past 20 years, thousands of people that have given us money, we've passed that right back out to thousands of people here in the state, and we hope to do that for the next 20 years. So thank you for your past support. We've heard from Victoria, who was here at the very beginning, and now she's still here as a board member. I also want to bring you up to a little closer in time. I'm going to introduce you to Sabrina LeMay and her family. Sabrina was our 1,264th grantee, and I just missed the mark and I stepped off. Sabrina's been with us, and she's been a great supporter and help to us. And we asked her here a couple weeks back to share some of her stories. So we're going to go ahead and share that with you now.
When I was first diagnosed with breast cancer, I was 12 weeks pregnant. I guess when I first heard the news about the breast cancer, I was in disbelief and I didn't know what to think of it. It was all scary, especially since I was pregnant. I didn't know what they did for people that were pregnant and had breast cancer. As a hairstylist, I knew being pregnant that I was going to have to take time off when I had the baby, but this just added some more burden because I was going to have to take more time off for treatments and recouping and surgeries. So the financial part of that affected my family because I wasn't able to bring in as much income. So when I heard that we were accepted to be grantees for the program, we were excited because we were able to put food on our table. After Jessie was a month old, they started me with my 12 weeks of chemo again, followed by a second surgery because they didn't get clear margins. Jessie got to come to my treatments with me every 3 weeks. He still goes with me when I go for my checkups. I guess the one thing that I would say about Census Security is not only do they give you a financial help, but I think they also give you a sense of community. The person that I would most connected with would have been Vicki. Being a survivor, she knew what it was like and she wanted to make sure that I got all the help that I needed. She got me in to see the doctor that me. And the doctor said, "You must be really well loved because I've had 3 phone calls from different people trying to get me in to see her." Vicki was one of them. Yeah. And then she always came to visit me at work to make sure I was okay. Even though she was going through a lot herself, she still was helping people. Census Security is great for breast cancer fighters because it helps alleviate the stress of having to worry about their everyday bills, their electricity, their food, or their rent. So ways you can help Census Security is to donate tonight. The best part about Census Security is it's a local charity and they help local survivors. I've been cancer-free for 5.5 years now. Since being cancer-free, I just try to make the most out of life. I take time out of my day every day to spend with my son, and then on his school breaks, I try to make sure that we do some big activity so that we're always having fun stuff to do. I hope you're having a good time. Thank you for joining us. I don't think any of you will be able to beat my hat, but good luck, and good luck on your bids.
That's a great hat, wasn't it, folks? Thank you so much, Sabrina. Congratulations to you and Jesse and your whole family. Thank you for everything you've done over the past 5 years, helping us share our message with folks and getting folks to know more about sense of security and our mission. I see Sabrina is on our screen here, just popped up. Want to wave to Sabrina. She's in former years, she's the grantee and volunteer who helps us get all the volunteers to run an event, but we gave her a year off today. She's been a little busy with some other stuff. I want to take a quick moment to thank our donors, the registrants, our sponsors, all the folks that are here that have made this event possible. Without your support, we wouldn't have had even a Zoom meeting, let alone a full-on dinner where we get together in person. So I want to thank our sponsors as we go through, and I want to say cheers to them as we go. But we're going to start off with our gold sponsors, Jimmy Oldham at Ameriprise. Thank you so much for everything that you've done to help us over the years. He can't be with us tonight because he's an NFL official and he has his pregame meeting going on right now. So look for him to make some odd calls from the replay booth tomorrow. We're going to move on to the next sponsor here. We're going to thank McGeady Becker. Oh, I'm sorry, we're going to thank Fox 31 and Colorado's too. Chris, Paula, thank you so much for that. I've learned now that I have to look at the screen and throw my papers away, so we're all good. So we'll move on to the next one. McGeady Becker, you get a double call out. So thank you so much to Mary Ann and Megan and your whole crew over there. We appreciate everything you've done for us for the couple of years. The Women's Imaging Center, Dr. Kelly McAleese is always a fantastic supporter of the organization. We love having them as our gold sponsors. Colorado's Best. Again, between Chris's show, Colorado Daybreak, and Colorado's Best, that's how we get the word out to a ton of folks around the area. So thank you, Paula. Thank you, everybody at Channel 2 and at Fox 31. JHL Constructors and Coldwell Banker. You guys have always been great supporters to us. We welcome you every year. JHL, we're really sorry you guys can't be with us to have one heck of a party. You always have a good time drinking at the tail end of the cocktail party and giving Jim a whole bunch of stuff to do and keep track of all those donations. Thank you. Summit Mortgage Corporation and Windish RV. Now, Chris, some of you might know, he went on a big old RV trip around the country. Windish has been actually one of our supporters for 20 years. They've underwritten our event for 20 years, and we've only been in existence 20, so they're there all the time. Summit Mortgage, I want to give a shout out to Kristen and Evan. Fantastic people. Kristen's on our board. Thank you so much for everything you do. It's a little bit of a secret, but we're actually at Workability. So we want to shout out to them. They gave us this space to use for free, and it's a beautiful location for everything we're doing. We also want to thank D.A. Davidson, a longtime sponsor who came back 2 years ago, and our friends over at Medically Correct, the creators of Incredibles, Nove, Quick, and Clear Creek Extractions. Bob Esquino and his crew always have a good time. Take a look at our silent auction. You'll see some fun baskets there for Colorado special products. So thank you all so much for everything that you've done. You make this possible. You make this event sing, and you make it all work out. So really do thank you for that. So Chris, why don't you come on up here and maybe tell us, I don't know, who won the hat contest?
I'd be happy to.
Awesome.
You notice, by the way, Tim hadn't dropped that champagne flute since the minute he filled it up.
Learn how to call right there.
He got the death grip on that flute. That's good, and why not? It's a party tonight. As I look at the pictures at home, I want to see you guys having fun. I wish I could be there in person to give you a hug. One day we'll be able to give hugs again, handshakes, and I know that'll happen. But until then, this is pretty cool. I absolutely having a blast. Now, despite the fact that I was called Thurston Howell III when I walked in, despite the fact others think I look like Billy Crystal's character from SNL, you look marvelous. I did not, ladies and gentlemen, I did not win the hat contest. In fact, it wasn't even close. We do have an honorable mention. The honorable mention in the hat contest does go to Tim and his Robert Preston Music Man special. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose. About 1,000 kisses shy. Here you go. Keep the light of rose alive, my friend.
Thank you so
the
much.
Music Man.
Thank you.
And for coming in the honorable mention, Tim gets nothing. He does get maybe another glass of champagne. That's good stuff there. But I can see all of you right now. I got the big screen up. So if you would give me what looks like a visual drum roll, just kind of do this. But ladies and gentlemen, that's good. Keep it going. More hands up. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of our hat competition tonight goes to the incomparable Elaine McCain. In the upper left-hand side, I see you there, Elaine. Look at that beautiful hat. Go ahead. Everyone direct your attention if you can see Elaine. There she is. Elaine, please model your hat if you would. Model it. Da-da-dee-dee, la-dee-dee-dee-dee. Look, a feather in there and everything. Congrats to you, Elaine. I have to ask, you can nod your head up and down. Did you design that hat yourself? Oh, God, no wonder you won. Hats off to you, Elaine. You're the winner. By the way, you will get a $150 gift basket from our bond. So you're going to get some good stuff for your face, for your skin. Congratulations to you, Elaine. I love it. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. All right. And by the way, I do want to say, I live here in the Capitol Hill area. I did not know. I pass by Workability every day on my way to work. Going in this space, it's a wonderful space. And it is a cool backdrop they've got for us. And we have by the way, Tim will talk more about it later, but we have a great crew of folks behind. It looks like, you can't see it at home, it looks like mission control, like we're about to launch the Apollo mission. We've got, honest to God, 7 laptops up, 4 cameras, 5 computers. So I salute all of the folks behind the computers tonight making it happen. You're doing a great job. It really is a wonderful, wonderful setup. I'm super impressed. Later on, we will launch a satellite at no extra charge. Now, I brought my phone up for good reason. I want everyone to get their phones out right now. If you would, please, get your phones out, because we're going to remind you that this is the moment that you get the phones ready for the auction that's about to happen. Because the auction is going to happen in a couple of minutes. You're going to need that phone in order to participate in the live auction. So be ready to open your link to the auction in just a couple of minutes. Get those bids ready. I know you want to support Census Security. You want to go on an amazing trip or win some awesome stuff. You can only do that, ladies and gents, if you have your phone at the ready. So get that phone out. Get it ready for sure. Now, we mentioned that the creation of Census Security was the result of the great idea and hard work of Angela and Vicki, 20 years ago. 20 years ago. And we hate that we can't have Vicki with us here tonight to celebrate virtually or in person. We do. But for sure, we can honor Vicki, we can remember her, and we can carry on her legacy. So if you would, focus for just a minute and take a look at this really powerful video.
In 1982, I had to do some clothes, so I went to the laundromat, and there was a remarkable young woman sitting near a machine. My relationship with Vicki was a whole bunch of different things all rolled into one. We had a lot of fun. A lot of the time I'd go fishing and she'd take her flower press along, and so she'd press flowers and I'd be on a river fly fishing.
I'm Judy Baxter, and I have been a friend of Vicki's since I was a small child. It feels like since I was 22. We were both at the University of Denver, me as an undergraduate and her as a graduate student in anthropology. And something bound us together early on.
I met Vicki through my husband, Don. Don mentioned to her that I had been working in the nonprofit sector, and she wondered if I could help her out on a project. We were having breakfast, and she would talk to me about the Colorado Breast Cancer Coalition, but she switched focus one day and said something like, you know what I really would love to do is help women with financial assistance for non-medical needs. So we talked it through a little, and I just said to her, okay, let's do it. That's kind of how it got started.
They started out in Angela's basement, and it grew, and the need grew, and the realization of how much need was out there grew. Vicki wanted to do something that mattered to the individual in the moment.
Vicki knew a woman named Donna Rogers, which she had the choice of either feeding herself or possibly losing her house. She just saw that as something that needed to be taken care of. That was the origin of sense of security.
So Vicki and Angela knew people in breast cancer treatment. Vicki'd been going through it herself. She knew the choices families were being forced to make: feed their children or pay their copay for chemo.
Her relationship to cancer was about her grit and her grace with it. And she was willing to step into the unknown and do what she could to embrace life.
Yeah, she had 3 cancer diagnoses. The first one was very serious, stage 3B, with a lot of lymph node involvement. She said cancer was kind of like an ex-boyfriend that kept showing up on your porch and you can't seem to get rid of him. You know, she still maintained something of a sense of humor about it.
I've been so lucky to have Vicki in my life. She and I created an organization that is the pinnacle of my professional career, and I'm going to miss having a friend who just understands me as who I am. We're very lucky, those of us who have people like that in our lives, and I will forever be blessed to have had her in mine.
Vicki was just a friend to everybody. Since security shows up for people, just like Vicki. For me, it was her. It embodied her.
I can't think of a time where it's more important than it is right now to help people with that direct financial assistance. It will make going through breast cancer treatment a bit more bearable.
So if Vicki was here tonight, I know she'd be thrilled. She'd be so happy to see you all on these little screens. She'd be so happy to know the sense of security was moving forward. But she's not here tonight. And that's tough. And that's hard. But I know she's watching me and she's yelling at me right now to stop this blubberiness and to get on with the business at hand. You, tonight, can help secure the mission of sense of security for the next year, for the next 5 years, for the next 20 years. You will make the difference that she can't anymore. Thank you.
That's a beautiful video for sure, and you have every right to get all blubbery. It's a beautiful and poignant remembrance of what we really value and why we're all here. So speaking of why we're all here, we're going to raise a toast again in a couple seconds. But I'm told that Angela is actually here, kind of here virtually, but on the other side of the planet. Yeah. So if we could, Angela, is it true that you are in New Zealand? If we can find you, we're going to pop you up full screen because that's how look. Hey, there she is! An international presence here at Sense of Security. By the way, New Zealand's a great space, and hopefully maybe we can all fly to New Zealand next year and have a live benefit there. She says we can all come. So here's to you, Angela. It's good to see you there down under, for sure. Now, we have our glasses at the ready, so we toast you, Angela, for sure, this evening. And of course, we toast Vicki once again as well. And we also should mention Vicki's husband, Perry. Our condolences to you. She's certainly alive in spirit and in memory and in purpose. So to Vicki's husband as well, and to all those, I raise a glass to my sister-in-law, Nan. She's a survivor. But to all those who we have lost, to all those who are in the fight right now, to all those who are celebrating success and victory. And may we come together and say, hear, hear, and here's to many more years of success with sense of security. Oh, they're on their feet, ladies and gentlemen. They are on their feet. Cheers. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim. And as Tim leaves the stage, and I'm about to as well, now I do look like Thurston Howell, don't I? Lovey, I'll meet you in the hut later on. The next guy up here is a real showstopper, a great guy, and I'm sure those of you who've been with Sense of Security before already know him. Born in Florida, but now he's a Denver guy, and he brings it every year. He's going to actually not just raise our energy, raise the fun, but most of all, raise some cash. So here it is, Jim Burst, right here, ladies and gentlemen, our auctioneer for the evening. Jim.
All right. Here's your note, by the way. Good evening. As you know, I'm Jim Burrs, and it is an honor to serve as your benefit auctioneer this evening. Tonight is all about our community coming together and accomplishing an important positive impact on so many lives. This is why I love working with this organization so very much. Real connections and loving support like this are the rule for Sense of Security, not the exception. I love being a part of this group, and I know that each of you do as well. There are currently 40 families on our wait list, women in treatment and in need of help. But Sense of Security can't get to them quickly enough to meet their need today. But together you can put a dent in this wait list. In honor of Victoria, Kennedy, Sabrina, and especially Vicki Tosher. Tonight we are asking support for both the current grant program and to help fund the Founders Fund in Vicki's memory. We'll be setting aside 50% of the funds raised in our paddle raise to the Founders Fund to help pay for the next 20 years of Sense of Security. Now, before we start, just remember, whether you're giving $100 or $500 or $3,000, every single donation is equal in its merit because it's what comes out of your heart that ultimately matters. So now we're going to start. In the past, it's called the paddle raise, but we don't have paddles tonight, so we're going to call it the direct appeal. And here's how it works. I'll call out different levels of giving. When I call out a level of giving that's right for you, we'll ask that at that time you use your mobile devices and you make that donation. But the idea is to hopefully reach as many of you out there in virtual land as possible at the level of the gift of the donation that's right for you individually. Because it's all about the cumulative effect of what we can make happen here tonight that will be so special. So here we go. Remember, get those devices ready. I'm going to call out some different levels of giving. Here's your chance. So here we go. We're going to start out with a level of $3,000. $3,000 can fully sponsor one family for 6 months. That's the impact that $3,000 can have. If $3,000 is the right level of giving for you, we ask at this time that you please use your mobile device and make that gift, that donation, for $3,000. Now also we're going to be moving on to different levels through the evening. You are always welcome to go back to a level that I've called out, or you can make a donation at any level that you want that's right for you. Remember, it's all about the community coming together. And as I can see right now, Paula Haddock and Jim Adams, they've donated to our event this year $2,000. Thank you so much, $2,000. Judy Baxter has donated $1,500 to our event this year. Our next level is $1,000. $1,000 can provide support to 2 families for an entire month. 2 families for an entire month. So if $1,000 is the right level of giving for you, please, at this time, make that donation for $1,000. And I see right now, Courtney Pullen. Courtney Pullen has made a donation of $850. $850. Thank you so much, Courtney. Susie Helmer. Susie Helmer has made a donation for $600. Thank you so much, Susie Helmer, a $600 donation. Our next level is going to be $500. $500 can fully sponsor one family for an entire month. So if $500 is the right level of giving for you, we ask at this time that you please make that donation for $500. And I can see Allison Taravella has made a donation for $500. Thank you so much, Allison and Tim. All right. We're rolling here right now. How about Irene Aguilar? Irene Aguilar, $500 donation. Thank you so much. All right. Here we go. Another donation. Nancy Beagle, $500 donation. Thank you so much. All right, so here we go. We just got a donation from Angela Ricker. Angela Ricker has just made a donation. Thank you so much, Angela. All right. Now remember, folks, you are definitely having an impact on transforming lives, on helping people get through such a tough situation. So here we go. We're now going to move on to $100. What's the impact on $100? I'll tell you. $100 could provide healthy meals to boost a grantee's immune system. That's pretty important. Think of the impact that a $100 donation can have. So $100. We've got some $100 donations coming in right now. Linda Walmsley, $100 donation. Thank you so much. You know what? We've actually got some $200 donations I want to talk about real quick here. Bob Eschino, $200 donation. Esquino, $200 donation. All right. Rhonda, what's this one? Valadares? All right, $200 donation. Thank you so much. I'm watching them coming in. Polly just made a donation. Stephanie just made a donation. Tamara Valdez, $200. Thank you so much. Lisa Padilla, $200. Thank you. Dan Fogarty, $200. Yes, they're coming in. Natasha Turner, $200. Thank you so much. Victoria Lindsay just made a donation. Thank you so much. Jen just made a donation. Thank you so much. Folks, the donations are coming in. It's raining donations. So here we go. Am I doing all right? I'm on a roll? All right.
You're doing
We're
awesome,
seeing them.
Jim.
We're doing
19,125.
All right. Randall Olson and Emma. Emma's coming in too. All right. We've got some other $100 donations. Linda's donating $100. Danette Roush is donating $100. Kim is donating $100. Todd Clark, $100. Sabrina Wright Hobart, $100. Kimberly Reed, $100. They're coming in. Miss Singleton just did a $100 donation. Thank you so much. Tia Haggard, $100. Jody, $100. Kim Martinez is donating. All right. I've got Jody at $100. Jenny and Dave Castor, they just run in $100. All right. Rhonda's there. All right. We're rolling along. We are rolling along. Okay.
Just all levels.
So just to let you know, these are all levels of donation. So whatever you're comfortable with, this is your time, this is your moment. Whether it's $100, $200, $300, $500. Remember, every donation is equal in merit because it comes from the heart. And that's why it's so important. We see Stacy Sanders, another donation. Thank you so much, Stacy Sanders. So as you can see, right now we're at $22,625. Let's keep it going. $22,625. Yes! All right. We're going right now. Stacy's got a donation. We're up to $24,625. All right. $375 away from $25,000. Can we reach $25,000? I'm reaching into your living room right now. We need that extra. Wow. $325. We just got at $775. We're $225 away. $225 away from $25,000. Can I feel it? Can I see it? Who's out there in the living room? Come on now. We're $200 away. $200 away. Who's going to send us over the top? Let's see it right now. I'm looking all around. I'm looking at my pictures here. I'm looking at my pictures there. We're $100 away. Thank you, Victoria. $100 away. Can you feel it? We're getting there. Can you feel that $25,000? Come on now. Here's your chance. Do we have a $100 donation? We're looking for a $100 donation to send us over the top at $25,000. Can we do it? I'm looking for $100. We're at 50. Oh, man. Woo! You're making me work tonight. All right. We're at 50. We're there! Yes! Everyone stand up right now, wherever you are, in your living room. Stand up. Give yourselves a big round of applause, because guess what? We are raising money tonight. Yes. Paul Goldsby just donated. We're rocking and rolling. We're over 25,000. Woo! Here we go. All right, I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to do, folks. Remember, these donations stay open. Keep making those donations, all right? Right now we're at over $25,000 raised, and that's because of you. You should all give yourselves a big round of applause. Keep them going. But what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to the live auction. But remember, you can still make your donations. So don't forget about us. We're rocking and rolling with our direct appeal tonight. Not our paddle raise, but our direct appeal. So here we go, folks. Are you ready? We've got 6 items in the live auction tonight. 6 items. So we're going to start right now. Get ready. Make sure your phones are ready for these donations, because here we go. All right. Our first item up for tonight is Golfing Elegance, just off the Las Vegas Strip. Woo! Your trip for 2 includes 3 days, 2 nights, stay at the Encore at Wynn Las Vegas. All room-related taxes are included. Private concierge reservation service. Tickets to a show of your choice, including Zumanity, Michael Jackson 1, Mystere, Oh, Love, or the Blue Man Group. We're going to throw in a $600 gift card for golf. A $600 gift card for golf. All right? So here we go, folks. This is the golf and show extravaganza at Las Vegas Strip. Now remember, you have through the end of 2021 to take this trip. So remember, you're going to be able to enjoy this experience on your own timeline. When you're comfortable, when you're ready to travel, that's when you're going to be able to do this. So remember, we've got that in mind. All of our trips tonight have flexible expiration dates. If anything else comes up, we'll move it into 2022. That's what we're going to do, all right? So here we go. So Tim, where are we at right now? It looks like for the golfing, we are currently at $2,500. That's the bid that we're looking for to get us going. Okay, so we're looking for an opening bid of $2,500. $2,500, use your device. Remember, that's way below cost. You're staying at the Wynn Las Vegas. You are going to see a show of your choice, incredible shows, an incredible golfing experience, a $600 gift card just for the golf alone through Wynn in Las Vegas. So right now, you're the bidder. We're looking for that bid, $2,500. Now remember, as we move through the live auction, you're going to get a chance to keep bidding on these items. But we're looking for that opening bid. Just think, an opening bid of $2,500 on this particular item might give you a chance to win this trip. Remember, flexibility is the name of the game here, okay? We will work with you on flexibility. You do not have to stress about worrying about traveling if you're not ready to travel yet. You will be able to enjoy this experience on your own timeline when you're comfortable, when you're ready to travel. So here we go. We're still looking for an opening bid on the Golfing Elegance just off the Vegas Strip. Remember, if you're familiar with Las Vegas, the Wynn is gorgeous. You're staying at the Wynn. You're going to play some incredible golf. You're going to see an incredible show. Their pools there are amazing. What a great getaway for 3 days, 2 nights, an opening bid of $2,500. So here's what we're going to do. You can still continue to bid. We're now going to move on to our next item, but remember, these bids are still open. So if you decide, hey, look at that, I could jump in and probably win the Vegas trip at a $2,500 bid with all that golf, with all those shows at the Wynn, you can jump in on it, all right? So here we go. We're now going to move on to our next item, which is the wondrous moments and world-class hospitality. Your trip for 2 includes 4 days, 3 nights accommodations, daily complimentary breakfast, all room-related taxes, and concierge reservation service. So to give you an idea of some of these options, the Fairmont Chateau Whistler, a fine dining dinner tour with wine pairings. That's part of your trip. And we're going to throw in a $150 Fairmont gift card in Whistler. How about the Fairmont Empress in Victoria, a Victoria gourmet dinner tour. Transport with admission to Butch Art Gardens. I'll tell you what, let's switch it up from Canada. Let's go to Scottsdale, Arizona at the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess. A Grand Canyon tour from Scottsdale. And then we're going to wine country, Sonoma Mission Inn and Spa, a gorgeous property. A Safari West Sonoma Adventure Tour. A private tour of Palmez Vineyards with food and wine tasting. Daily complimentary wine tastings. A complimentary bottle of wine in room upon arrival. Did you get all that from the Sonoma trip? A Safari West Sonoma Adventure Tour, a private tour of vineyards with food and wine tasting, daily complimentary wine tastings, complimentary bottle of wine. You're going to be drinking some wine on this trip. So here we go. It is your choice. You've got 4 different locations to go. We're going to start, we've got a bid now of $2,500 in, so we're going to go to $2,600. $2,600, we've got a lead bid from Jansen, a lead bid of $2,500. We're looking for $2,600. $2,600, here's your chance, $2,600. Remember, 4 different locations to choose from. You can go from Canada, the snow, to the desert, to the wine country. An amazing, a fun time for anyone who's going to experience this. So right now we've got a lead bid of $2,500. We're looking for $2,600 to keep it going. All right, so I'll tell you what, keep this in mind. $2,600 is our next bid, and you could bid and bid after that and keep it going and keep it going. But we're going to now move on to our next item. So our next item is the Bali Exotic Indonesian Adventure for 2. Give me a little bit more woos, come on. There you go, there you go. There you go. On the fields of Bali. But by the way, he's not saying Bali. Do you know that? Anyway, it's a different story. I'll tell you later. Anyways, Adventure awaits for 2 people, combined with serenity. Bali for 8 days, no nights. No, I'm just kidding. 8 days, 7 nights in your own Bali villa, including scuba diving lessons and Balinese massage. Your trip includes a daily complimentary breakfast, welcome drinks upon arrival, 2 scuba diving lessons, 2 one-hour Balinese massages, a poolside Balinese dinner, round-trip airport transfers, and a complimentary private driver for local travel. This property is nestled on the eastern hillside of Bali. Bali villas are the perfect Indonesian retreat with their spectacular views of the Indian Ocean. As you explore the waters of Bali on your scuba dive session, you'll see the exquisite varieties of underwater life, or let the soothing sounds of the ocean waves crashing lull you to relaxation during your Balinese massage, an essential aspect of any vacation in Bali. Bali is an exotic, incredibly beautiful Indonesian island known for its forested volcanic mountains, iconic rice paddies, spectacular beaches, and coral reefs. The island is also known as a once-in-a-lifetime experience of yoga and meditation retreats. There's even a fountain of youth that you can drink from there, and you can watch the sunset from Mount Batur. So here's your opportunity, folks. Now remember, we are working with you on these dates. You will have through the end of 2021 to take this adventure, but we will be able to push it into 2022. You will literally have 2 years to take this trip. So remember, it's when you're ready to take this adventure. So here we go. Once again, we're going to start with a low bid and see if anyone wants to come in. Remember, folks, this is such an amazing opportunity. In the times that we're at, I know that we're going to be ready to travel, and we're going to be ready to travel definitely within the next year or 2. So here we go. We've got a bid right now of $2,500. A $2,500 lead bid. We're just going to do $100 increments, so we're looking for $2,600. $2,600 to Bali, where it's about half value, just to let you know. So right now we've got a lead bid of $2,500. We are, and you know what? Yep, $2,500. So here we go. We're looking for $2,600. This is your chance. Can you imagine a trip of a lifetime? This is an adventure. This is an experience that you will remember for the rest of your life. A true bucket list item. So we've got the lead bid of $2,500. You can jump in there, bid it up $100 each time, $2,600, and you're the lead bid for Bali, for an exotic trip to Bali that you'll be able to utilize within 2 years. You can go in 2022 if you like. They'll work with you on this. You're going to be comfortable. You're going to be ready. You're not going to be rushed to take a trip that you're not ready to take. Remember that. So right now we've got the lead bid of $2,500. Our next bid is $2,600, and we are now going to move on to our next item. But remember, the bidding is not closed. You can still make your bids. You can jump in on these trips. So remember to take advantage of that. So here we go, folks. We are now looking at our next item. Our next item is the private cooking class for 10 people with celebrity chef Mark Calix. Treat your friends and family to an evening and meal to remember. Gather in the Appliance Factory Fine Lines Luxury Showroom. Enjoy an interactive cooking experience. Learn new techniques and skills from a top chef. He will yell at you like you wouldn't believe. No, I'm just kidding. This is going to be a fun time. Don't worry. Customize your menu. Come home with an incredible experience and all the recipes. This is for you and 9 of your family members or best friends. So here we go, folks. We are going to start this one off. It looks like our bidding right now is at $700. We've got a bid at $700 right now. So we're just going to go up $100. So we're looking for $800. $800 will be our next bid. We've got the bidder at $700. This is for 10 people, 5 couples, family members, friends. Isn't this going to be incredible when everyone's ready to go out and experience a great night out? 10 people, 9 of your closest friends or family members. So right now, we have a lead bid of $700. We're looking for $800. Here we go. $800 is your chance for 10 people. An executive top chef, an unbelievable experience. What's that?
He's on screen.
He's on screen right now. All right.
He's right there.
There he is right there. All right. So right now we're looking at our lead bidder at $700. We're looking for $800. Here's your chance. Now remember, as we move on to the next item, you're still going to be able to bid on these items. Can you imagine? Man, $800 for the executive chef dinner for 10 people? Here's your chance, folks. So right now, $800 is the next bid. Make your bid right now for $800 for the dinner for 10 with a private chef, a private top chef, and we're going to move on to our next item right now. Our next item is Bon Appetit in Tuscany for 4 people. For 4 people. For 4 people. Wine and dine in Cortona, Tuscany, Italy for 6 days and 5 nights in a 2-bedroom loft for 4 people, including a cooking class and lunch at the winery. Escape to Cortona, one of Tuscany's oldest hill towns, where strolls down the narrow medieval streets reward you with glimpses of impressive churches and incredible views of the countryside. With accommodations in one of 3 contemporary private apartments, you're perfectly poised to explore the romance of the Italian countryside with its breathtaking scenery, historic cities, medieval art, impeccable wines and divine cuisine, not to mention an enviable proximity to Florence and Rome. So if you want to add Florence and Rome to this trip, you're more than welcome to do that. The region is a true feast for your senses. You're participating in cooking classes and savor lunch in a winery after your tour. Your trip for 4 includes 6 days, 5 nights accommodations, and a 2-bedroom, 2-bath loft apartment, a cooking class and dinner at one of the best local restaurants, a tour of La Brasesca winery, including lunch and wine tasting, all room-related taxes. We're also going to throw in for you to experience your choice of a truffle hunt or a cheese-making experience. So remember, this is packed, chock full for 4 people, a family, 2 couples to Tuscany. You might even run into George Clooney for all you know. So here we go, folks. This is for 4 people. It is packed with adventures, with experiences, all kinds of stuff. We currently have a lead bid of $4,500 in, a $4,500 from the Rausch residence. So here we go. We're just going to stick with the $100 increment, so we're looking for $4,600. $4,600. Remember, I can't emphasize this enough. You will be able to take this trip on your own timeline when you're comfortable and when you're ready to experience traveling again. That's when you're going to take the trip. So please don't be thinking in your head, oh, I don't know, I'm not comfortable yet. We understand, of course. But that's why the beauty of this trip is you're going to be able to experience this in the future when you're ready to go. So we have now a $4,600 bid from the Jansons, $4,600. So now we're looking for $4,700. $4,700 would be the next bid, $4,700. Here's your chance for the incredible trip to Italy for 4 people. Remember, this is not for 2, for 4 people. 4 people. We've got a lead bid of $4,600. We're looking for $4,700. It's $4,700. If you're ready to make that donation for that trip to Italy, here's your chance. Use those mobile devices, because here's your chance. $4,600. We're looking for $4,700. Okay, maybe the Rausch family, they might come in at $4,700. We're going to see. We're going to find out. But I'll tell you what, as we go, we're going to now move on to our next item. Remember, for Italy, $4,600 from the Jansen family. That is the lead bid. So $4,700 would be your chance, would be your bid, $4,700. So we're now going to move on. Remember, the bidding is still open on all these items. We're now going to move on to our last live auction item of the evening, and this is a trip to Mexico. Now check this out. Mexico's exciting luxury escape, a luxury warm oceanfront escape. You are going to be able to pick your paradise. Let Mexico be your muse with a stay in your choice of either Cabo San Lucas, Nueva Vallarta, Riviera Maya, Cancun. This is for 8 days, 7 nights at a 4 or 5-star resort for 2. These are oceanfront resorts. You will pick your paradise. You're choosing from a luxury collection of lavish beachfront resorts in some of Mexico's most beautiful destinations. Now remember, folks, you will have through the end of 2021 to book your trip, and I'm pretty positive, I've seen it already, you can travel through 2022 on this Mexico trip. So here we go, folks. Remember, it's 8 days, 7 nights. You'll have a personal concierge to assist with travel plans. So here we go. It looks like we have a bid right now of $1,600 from the Dwyer residence. $1,600. So here we go. We're looking for $1,700. $1,700. And I'll tell you what, as an auctioneer, it's a little bit different in virtual. I haven't been able to do my auctioneer chants too much, but I might just give it you a little bit of taste. You want a taste? You want a taste? All right. Here's my bidder. Betty bought some butter, but she said this butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it'll make my batter bitter. So she bought a bit of better butter, put it in her bitter batter. So Betty bought a bit of better butter. All right, there you go. You got it. You got a little piece. And we just got another bid from the Lion family. $1,700. Yes! $1,700. $1,700 is our lead bid. We're looking for $1,800 now. We've got $1,850 from the Dwyer residence. Yes, $1,850 is our lead bid. Can we get it to $1,900? $1,950? Come on now. Here's your chance. Our lead bid is $1,850. Let's see if we can get it to $2,000. I have a feeling that $2,000 is going to be the winning bid. So let's see. We're at $1,850 right now. I'm telling you right now, if you move it up to $100, $150, it's going to be yours. So here we go. The Dwyers are holding on right now. They're our lead bid at $1,850. Do I have a $1,950 donation for the trip to Mexico? $1,975. All right, $1,975. I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. Can we do it one more time? Anybody else out there? The Dwyers are right now our lead bidders at $1,975. Do we have anybody out there for $2,000? Name your whatever you're comfortable with. Let's get it over $2,000. We're so close. I can feel it right now, but we're close. So are we there? The Dwyers. Is there anybody else out there? Nudge us a little bit higher. Anybody else? Right now, the Dwyer residence is our lead bidders at $1,975. So here we go. Is there anybody else out there? $1,975 is our lead. All right, I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Stop the presses. We're going to cap the cost of Mexico at $1,975. So we're not going to ask you to outbid the Dwyers, but if you'd like, you can match their bid. You can match their bid. All right? Match. All right, that's okay. We've got the request. We're nudging you up to $25, $2,000. $2,000. It makes it easier, all right? $2,000. So everyone can go to Mexico for $2,000. Now, here's the thing you have to realize, though. If 10 of you win the trip for $2,000, you're all going to be in the same room. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You'll each get your own trip. You'll each get your own trip. All right? So the best way, and what's the best way? Shout it out to me again. The best way for them to get this trip at $2,000, they just push the donation button right now for $2,000, or how would you like them to do that?
They're going to see a button in a minute.
They're going to see a button in a minute.
I want a trip.
I want a trip. The button's going to say, I want a trip. I want a trip. I want a trip. Do you want a trip? I want a trip. Does everybody, you guys want a trip? You guys want a trip, right? All right. So when you see I want a trip, you're going to hit that button. And for $2,000, you're going to go on the most amazing Mexico trip that you've ever been. Remember, you're going to have 2 full years to example that you're going to experience this trip. It's an adventure, oceanfront, luxury resort properties for 8 days, 7 nights. 8 days, 7 nights. All right, so here we go. I know the Dwyers are going to go. If anyone else would like to join them, just hit that button, I want a trip, and that's all you have to do. Hit the I want a trip, and for $2,000, you're going to Mexico too. We're going to keep this open for a little while, so don't forget about the I want a trip button. I want a trip button. I want a trip button. Remember, $2,000, you're going to Mexico. All right, remember it's still open. At this time, I'm going to call back Chris and Tim. Come on up. Come on back. Everybody come up. Here he is. Come on up. He's bringing the champagne.
Give it up for Jim.
All right, come on, guys. Come on now. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I can use it. Here's a toast to everyone out there. Thank you so much for your support. You've been wonderful. You should all give yourselves a big round of applause. And Chris, what do you think?
I want a trip. That's what I think.
That's right.
Good job, Jim. I love it.
And here's to you, everybody out there.
Cheers indeed. And to you as well. Woo! You got to wet your whistle after a job like that. I'll tell you what. Betty wants some butter. Betty wants some butter. What is it?
Betty bought some butter, but she said this butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it'll make my batter bitter. So she bought a bit of better butter, put it in her bitter batter, made her bitter batter better.
Woo! All right.
All right.
I've always
Thank
wanted to
you
do
all.
that. Thanks,
Appreciate
Jim. Good job. And we'll keep everything open for a little bit because some folks are still deciding whether or not they're going to click on the trip, whether or not they're going to go back and look at one of the great trips that's still available for you to bid on. And remember, the cool thing is, you get a great trip, yes. You get it at sometimes half of what it's worth, yes. But you're also, most of all, helping a woman. Helping multiple women, saving lives, making less stress. So, I mean, that alone is worth full price, but you're getting it half price and you're getting to go on a vacation. So we'll keep those open for just a little bit longer. I do want to say to everybody out there, I can see some of your screens out there. I hope you've all had fun tonight. Not only, I have been so impressed, and Tim, you said you were going to mention him. I would like to. The team behind the camera here has been, I wish you, how much does that thing swing? Can you swing all the way? Swing all, I want to show these folks off. Can we take that camera? Take that camera full. Push the button now. Push the button so we see you. No, that's the wrong button. There we go. This team has devoted a day after day to get this whole space set up at workability, to make it flawless, to make it smooth. Y'all really are. I work with a lot of folks every day. Y'all are among the best I've ever worked with. So thanks for you, what you're doing behind. We see you. You are seen. And I want to say also, Paula Haddock is still out there, and she posted a picture. Paula has got about 10 of her best friends in the back porch there, including one of my good friends, Tammy Veal, who's a Channel 2 alum as well. So I do want to say very briefly on behalf of Channel 2, everyone always says, oh man, the people on TV, they're all negative, they're all into themselves. Wrong. I've worked at Channel 2 for 13 years, and I will say from the heart, my colleagues at Channel 2, they are your neighbors, they are your friends, they're your sisters, they're like Paula, they're like Tammy Vigil, and I hope you'll consider me family too. So when you wake up in the morning, you have a choice, I know that. I hope you'll choose to wake up with the folks who spent their Saturday night with you here, Channel 2 News, Monday through Friday. Colorado's Best is on right after our show, Channel 2 Daybreak. All right, we're gonna keep it open, Okay, so everybody out there, if you could do another virtual drum roll. We have a final tally to share, a final tally of how much we've raised this evening. So far, but yeah, we're not over yet.
And typing's hard, so it's taking some time to get it in. We're gonna go, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's
so
coming.
I can only play the bongos so much longer. Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of our 20th anniversary of Sense of Security,
that they can still keep bidding.
you can still keep it. I'm out of shape. I can't play the drums anymore.
We're just gonna keep feeding him more and more stuff to say as we try to fill this.
Can we show what our total is? Do we have that slate? Because I'd love to do it.
2 seconds.
A couple of seconds.
That's like making a crust for me.
Yeah.
Oh, look! I have hair. It's been my pleasure. Do you know one of the first events I was invited to MC when I moved here was Sense of Security?
Yeah.
And y'all were so friendly and you were so wonderful and open, and that stayed with me every year since. So I'm glad to be back virtually this year for sure. And now I can tell my crack team of tech gurus is giving me again the finger. That's not the right. Use this one, ma'am. Use this one. We can show you now a full screen. How about that? Nearly $35,000.
Still open. People can
Bidding is still open for the trips.
For the trips, and they can still make a donation for the paddle race, the appeal.
Donations continue as well. So we'll leave that up for a little while longer, and y'all might want to keep your screens open for a little while longer just to see each other and say hi. In the meantime, it's been my pleasure to be here. Jim, Tim, thank you both for allowing me to be here tonight. And thanks to everybody out there watching. I'll see you Monday morning on Channel 2. Have a good one, y'all. Good night.
Thank you.